The world doesn't send warnings without a reason. The Doomsday Fish has washed ashore in California again.
Oh my God, Jaden! What are you doing?
It seems the oceans of our world are following the same pattern. Are these just coincidences or warnings of what's coming next?
Oh my God, Jaden! What are you doing?
February 21st, 2025. An oarfish was spotted alive in the shallow waters of a Baja California beach. Unlike many others that wash up lifeless, this one was still writhing. A beachgoer helped it back into the water, where it swam away. But what does this mean? Another oarfish washed up in San Diego County just 3 months earlier.
It has happened again. For the second time this year, an oarfish has washed ashore in San Diego County,
adding to a growing list of sightings worldwide. Now people are on edge, wondering if these deep-sea creatures are trying to warn us about something big. So, what's your take? A freak coincidence? Or nature's alarm bell ringing loud and clear?
My guess would be this oarfish is either looking for either of those things or maybe sick and kind of veered off course.
Just a few months ago, not one but 2 oarfish were spotted near Turkey's shores, gliding silently through the water like they didn't belong there at all. People online completely lost it. Comment sections filled up fast with theories, predictions, and panic about what disaster might be next. The oarfish has a reputation after all. Some locals believe the fish had sensed something coming and surfaced to warn people before it was too late. Scientists stayed quiet, but along the coast, whispers spread anyway. Coincidence or not, nobody was exactly feeling calm after that sighting. Back in August 2024, a group of kayakers paddling through La Jolla Cove, California, stumbled upon something straight out of a deep-sea nightmare. A 12-foot-long oarfish floating near the surface. A rare sight, sure, but what happened next was even stranger. Shortly after the discovery, the ground trembled with a powerful jolt, shaking the entire area with a force measuring 4.4 in magnitude. Coincidence? Maybe. But for those who believe in the Doomsday Fish legend, it's another chilling example of nature's early warning system at work. The whole Doomsday Fish myth actually traced back to Japan. The oarfish, a silvery deep-sea giant that can grow up to 11 meters long, usually stays nearly 3,000 feet below the surface. That's why sightings were almost unheard of. But in the months before the 2011 Tohoku disaster, more than 20 of them washed up along Japanese beaches. Scientists later called it coincidence, nothing more than random timing. Locals, though, weren't convinced at all. Many believe the fish were reacting to changes humans couldn't sense yet, trying to warn people in their own way. Sadly, no one really listened. Make sure you don't miss the ocean's next warning. Hit like, subscribe, and stay alert. Bad catch. These Chinese fishermen were just going about their day when they accidentally pulled a massive 6-meter oarfish up in their nets. The mood shifted instantly. In local belief, that fish wasn't good news. Clearly shaken, they quickly lifted it and released it back into the ocean, hoping to undo whatever bad luck they'd stumbled into. It wasn't intentional, just a freak accident. But still, people online started speculating almost immediately. Was this a harmless mistake, or the start of something bigger? Honestly, let's just hope that catch didn't mean anything at all. Floating omen. Fishermen in Tamil Nadu weren't expecting anything unusual when they headed out to sea on May 29th, 2025. But their routine day changed fast when they spotted the lifeless body of an oarfish floating in the water. Someone recorded it. Soon enough, clips of men standing beside the long, eerie fish spread everywhere online. People were horrified. Rumors took off, with many claiming this was a sign that something catastrophic would hit in 2026. Locals feared it wouldn't just affect one area, but the entire country. Alien catch.
Olha como é que ele fica agindo, pessoal. Olha aqui, olha como fica excitado aí, tá vendo? É só encostar nele.
A group of Brazilian fishermen were out at sea near the coast of Guarapari when they pulled in something they definitely weren't expecting. At first, they thought it was just another fish stuck on the line. But once it surfaced, everything changed. The creature had a slimy, pale body, human-like teeth inside its mouth, and what looked like humanoid hands with webbed fingers. None of them had ever seen anything like it before. Some said it looked extraterrestrial. Others connected it to the mysterious webbed hand once caught in a Japanese net. A few even wondered if this was what mermaids actually looked like. I'll let you decide.
Tá vendo? É só encostar nele, tá vendo? Acabamos de pegar hoje aqui a 3.
Spiny swimmer. This strange clip, filmed by a drone over the ocean, showed something bizarre racing just below the surface. A spiny back broke through the water as the creature moved quickly, leaving ripples behind it. The sharp, pointed ridges along its back confused viewers, because nothing familiar looked like that. People online immediately began speculating. Some jokingly said it was Godzilla. Others seriously believed it could be a sea serpent rising from the depths due to disturbances in the ocean. No official explanation ever followed. The video remained online, replayed again and again, leaving people scratching their heads over what was really swimming out there. Attached arms.
What is that? That's not a fish, man. It's got arms.
I honestly didn't know what to make of this one, so I'll leave it to you. These fishermen were filming the ocean when a creature suddenly swam into view. At first glance, it looked like a dolphin, but something else was attached to its head, almost like an octopus. One of the men can be heard saying it didn't look like a fish at all, and that it had arms. Watching closely, it really did seem that way. The movement was wrong. Too strange. Some even joked about a human-fish hybrid. Others weren't laughing at all.
No way. Watch, it's going down. It's just holy.
Leviathan. This Google Maps image has everyone spiraling, and honestly, I can see why. Sitting in the South Atlantic Ocean, the shape is uncanny. Eyes, nostrils, and a head so massive it could swallow a whole country. Some believe this is no coincidence, that it has been growing beneath the waves for centuries, just waiting for the right moment to rise. And according to the Bible, if this really is that beast, only God himself can take it down. Meaning, if it starts moving, we're doomed. Skeptics argue it's just an illusion. Islands, underwater ridges, and wishful paranoia blending together. But with deep-sea creatures washing up left and right, who's to say something isn't stirring down there? Mystery hand. Japanese fishermen were out on their usual business, hoping for a good haul when the unexpected happened. As they were raising their fishing net, they noticed it moving strangely. Thinking it was a big fish, they quickly pulled it up, when suddenly it broke, and a hand was seen trying to attack one of the anglers. They immediately let go of the net, which splashed into the water, along with the mysterious hand. Although its body isn't visible in the clip, it's clear that it was a humanoid hand, and human hands in water could only belong to mermaids. Deep to shallow. Imagine one of the ocean's most elusive nightmares suddenly surfacing, giving scientists a rare chance to study it. That's exactly what happened on February 5th, off the coast of Tenerife Island. A diver came face to face with a female anglerfish. Yeah, one of those deep-sea horrors with a glowing lure and razor-sharp teeth. Just look at that thing. It almost doesn't seem real, like it swam straight out of a sci-fi horror movie. But beyond its eerie looks, the real question is, why was it even there? These creatures belong in the crushing darkness of the deep, not near the surface. Had it come up as some kind of warning? Netizens sure think so. With more and more deep-sea creatures showing up in places they shouldn't be, some are convinced that something big is brewing beneath the waves, and it's only a matter of time before we find out what.
They're living in a habitat that we just don't access very often.
The Mermaid mystery. Two submarine crew members were working in their small submarine in the Greenland Sea when something caught their attention. At one point in the clip, a webbed hand suddenly appeared in one of the windows, and just as the men turned around to inspect it, the creature ran away. However, its face was caught on camera before it escaped, leaving people to speculate what those alien-looking features meant. No human could survive this deep into the sea, leaving people to believe that it was a mermaid attracted by the submarine's lights. Ancient armor.
That is crazy. Look at that, and look at his underbelly.
Take a look at what this guy reeled in. It seriously looks like it time-traveled straight out of the prehistoric era. Just check out that armor. All those spiky protrusions. Rub it the wrong way, and, well, you're gonna feel it. But nope, this isn't AI or some CGI trick. It's a real creature, the armored catfish, straight from the Amazon. So, if you ever hook one of these, maybe handle it with a little extra caution. Those thorns don't mess around.
Down inside, if you rub it this way, you're gonna get cut.
Vulture rain.
Look at this. They all just fell from the sky.
Now take a look at this video. This happened right at the start of the year in January. Turkey vultures raining down over the Gulf of Mexico, just off the coast of Islamorada. Dozens of the big birds were thrashing in the water, struggling to stay afloat. A fishing crew stumbled upon the bizarre scene and quickly grabbed their gear, using nets to scoop the stranded birds to safety. Experts say it could be due to environmental shifts, extreme heat, sudden wind changes, the usual explanations. But some aren't buying it. Netizens are pointing to a more unsettling theory. What if this was a warning sign? Some even believe an underwater alien base might have had something to do with it.
This is wild. Hey, get back down, huh? Look at this.
Deep sea alien. Am I seeing things? Or does this creature actually look like a severed alien head? This bizarre clip was uploaded by a Russian fisherman who snagged the strange-looking thing while fishing. A gray, bulbous mass sat on the railing of his ship, and for a moment, it looked like something straight out of a sci-fi horror movie. The fisherman eventually identified it after some research, but not before the internet ran wild with speculation. Turns out, it was a smooth lumpsucker, a deep-sea fish that usually thrives between 5 and 1,700 meters below the surface. But here's the real mystery. What was it doing near the surface? Some believe something triggered its sudden appearance, and whatever it was, it probably wasn't good. Mermaid friend. A woman once claimed she'd actually made a mermaid friend. Yeah, sounds wild, but with how strange the oceans had been lately, people still watched. In the clips she uploaded, she hummed softly, and an eerie, otherworldly voice hummed back, almost like it was answering her. In another video, she spoke a name, and the same chiming voice repeated it. She insisted it wasn't edited and said she believed it was a real mermaid responding to her. Some viewers believed her completely. Others demanded better proof. Either way, the videos unsettled a lot of people. Hidden figure.
I know there's a dolphin right there. Dolphin? Mermaid?
While checking her surfing footage off the coast of California, a woman noticed something she hadn't seen before. She paused the video, took a screenshot, and zoomed in on the left side of the frame. That's when she spotted it. A strange figure in the water. Not a fish. A humanoid head was clearly visible. She swore she'd been surfing alone, with no one else nearby. The discovery convinced her she'd accidentally captured a mermaid on camera. And honestly, with oarfish showing up, and now this, California's been feeling a little strange lately. Night sighting. These fishermen were out at sea in the Caribbean late at night, casually filming the calm water when something strange happened. In the footage, a pale figure briefly rose from the ocean. Its silhouette was unmistakably human from the waist up. Then, without warning, it vanished back into the water with a powerful splash. The men were stunned. You could hear the shock in their voices as they tried to process what they'd just seen. They swore it wasn't a trick of light or a wave. According to them, that night they came face to face with a real mermaid, and the moment still haunted them. Ancient awakening. People believed something deep within the oceans was shifting, and that a massive disaster was looming in 2026. According to the theory, this disturbance was forcing strange creatures to surface, some possibly ancient. One eerie clip fueled the idea even more. A person filming a quiet lake captured a long-necked creature, rising briefly above the water. It looked eerily similar to descriptions of the Loch Ness monster. Moments later, it dove back under and vanished from view. Many claimed it was a plesiosaur that had somehow stayed hidden from humanity. Others believed its appearance was a warning sign of something catastrophic approaching. Drone glimpse. A drone flying over the ocean captured something unsettling along the surface of the water. In the footage, a smooth form appeared to be swimming just beneath the waves. You could clearly make out a head, a torso, and what looked like a massive tail trailing behind it. The movement was fluid, almost too graceful. Some viewers believed this was proof that mermaids really existed in the deep oceans. Others argued it was just an illusion caused by waves and shadows. Still, the shape was hard to ignore. Whether real or not, the clip left a lot of people uneasy after watching it closely. Wave shadow. Back in 2018, footage surfaced online showing a massive wave crashing in the open ocean. At first glance, it looked ordinary, but there was something strange hidden inside the wave. A dark silhouette appeared to be moving within it, swimming rather than tumbling. People zoomed in and slowed it down, convinced they were seeing a creature shaped like a classic mermaid. It seemed to have a human-like upper body and a large tail fin slicing through the water. Skeptics dismissed it as foam and shadows. Believers said otherwise. Watching it closely, many still couldn't explain what that shape really was. Humped appearance. On February 16, 2014, a woman was filming the calm waters of Lake Colaco in Chile when she noticed something that immediately felt off. Rising above the surface were 4 distinct humps, moving slowly, as if connected to one long body beneath the water. The shape glided across the lake with purpose, not like waves or drifting debris. She had no idea what she was looking at. The footage later sparked intense debate. Some believed it was a massive sea serpent. Others went even further, calling it a Leviathan surfacing to warn humanity of something coming. Luminous giant. These fishermen were out on the open ocean when something incredible passed right in front of them. A massive white manta ray moved through the dark water, almost glowing, like it carried its own light. As it swam forward, enormous wing-like fins spread wide, eerily similar to an eagle in flight. The movement was smooth, powerful, and completely silent. The men froze, stunned by what they were witnessing. They didn't scream or run. They just watched in disbelief, knowing they were seeing something they couldn't explain and might never see again. Scaled breach. Surfers at Bikini Beach were left speechless when a dark, scaled creature suddenly breached the water just a few feet away. Witnesses described a powerful, whale-like blow erupting from the surface, but something was clearly wrong. There was no fin. Instead, a row of sharp, pointed scales ran down its spine. The creature lingered only for a moment before slipping back into the depths like it was never there. Rumors spread fast. Some called it an unknown marine animal. Others believed it was a dragon hiding beneath the waves, revealed for just a second. Gray, Massachusetts. Fishermen going about their daily work noticed something strange moving through the water beside them. It appeared as a massive gray shape, slow and deliberate. Some thought it was just a giant starfish drifting below the surface. Others insisted it was the size of a small boat. A few were convinced it was a monster-sized stingray, larger than anything documented. The footage didn't give clear answers, only more questions. Could something that large really exist unnoticed? Or was this a species humanity hadn't officially discovered yet, quietly living beneath the waves? Printed fish. A fisherman was offshore when he caught what looked like an ordinary fish. Later, while examining it more closely, he noticed something unsettling. The surface of the fish appeared to have a visible 3D printed pattern, almost artificial in texture. The man was shocked and claimed it couldn't be natural. He believed someone had created it or was tampering with marine life. Others online took the theory even further, suggesting it was proof reality wasn't real at all. Whether hoax or misunderstood, the fish left people questioning what else might be swimming around unnoticed. Thrashing tail. A fisherman in Russia caught something seriously bizarre on camera while out on the water. Beneath the surface, a creature swam smoothly, almost calmly, but then its tail started thrashing violently, and that's what really caught his attention. He said he'd never seen anything like it before. The tail didn't move the way normal fish tails did. Just watching the clip made people uneasy. Some claimed the fisherman had discovered a completely new species no one had documented yet. Others quickly jumped in, saying it was a thresher shark, arguing they were extremely rare to spot like this. Still, that tail didn't sit right with everyone. Beached skeleton. Something disturbing washed up on a beach in Queensland, Australia, at Kepe Sand, and it left beachgoers completely stunned. Photos of the remains quickly went viral, and honestly, it wasn't hard to see why. The skeleton appeared to have a strange, human-like skull attached to a long tailbone. People immediately started speculating. What else could have a human-looking skull and a tail, if not a mermaid? The images sparked heated debates online, with skeptics calling it misidentified marine remains. Believers weren't convinced at all. To them, this looked like proof that mythical creatures might not be so mythical after all. So what do you think? Sea lion party. Back in 2024 in May, there was a record-breaking number of sea lions at Pier 39 in San Francisco. Now it's quite ordinary to come across a few hundreds, since it's considered to be their turf. But over 1,000? Yeah, not the norm. Locals in the area flocked to see the spectacle of the animals all piled up sunbathing on the piers. The reason for this, according to the experts, seemed to be a spike in the anchovies that might have attracted them in such a large number. But that's not what the people believe. They think something is up. They've chalked up the unusual number to an imminent disaster. What do you think? Food or something big coming?
It is crazy. I've never seen that many sea lions in one place, and it's awesome to see them.
Ocean shadow. You know how most of our oceans are still unexplored? Yeah, well, there's plenty of talk that something way bigger could be lurking down there. One of those pieces of evidence is this short clip. Did you catch that? Let's zoom in. It's barely a shadow under the water, but it's moving, and it's huge. This was filmed by the Coast Guard during a rescue mission off the coast of Brazil, and ever since, theories have been flying. Some say this was proof the megalodon never went extinct. Skeptics aren't buying it though, calling it a camera glitch, or just a trick of the waves. Either way, it's the kind of thing that makes you wonder what else is hiding down there. Leaked UK mermaid. Back in 2013, a mysterious video by the UK Coast Guard was leaked. The footage was so disturbing that I wouldn't be surprised if someone told me it's actually a clip from a horror movie. Patrolling the sea at night, the guards were startled when out of nowhere, a creature swam past them at incredible speed. At first, it might seem like some sort of animal, but if you take a closer look at the entity, a human head and shining eyes are clearly visible. Seeing this, one of the men freaked out, reeling backward. Could it be a mermaid, or something far more sinister? I have to admit those eyes did not seem to have friendly intentions. Deep shadow.
There's a shark.
While flying over Oahu, Hawaii, a woman and her family spotted something strange in the ocean, a massive shadow moving beneath the waves. From their height, it had to be enormous. Even more unsettling was the way it swam, smooth, deliberate, almost unnatural. The family thought it was a shark, but people online disagreed, claiming it was far too big. Theories quickly spiraled, some pointing to the megalodon, others suggesting a Loch Ness-like creature awakened by recent earthquakes. Whether it was a giant predator, an unknown species, or just a trick of the light, the deep shadow remains unexplained. Let me know your take in the comments.
That's gonna be a shark.
Tidal awakening. With earthquakes shaking the earth and floods sweeping across coastlines, fringe theorists claimed the chaos had stirred ancient beings from the ocean's depths. And now, they were surfacing. One eerie clip from Chile only fueled the frenzy. A woman had filmed dark shapes breaking the waves. Too many to count. Some swore they were just whales or seals, but others froze the footage, pointing out what looked like human heads and shoulders gliding through the water. Whispers spread fast. Mermaids, driven upward by the recent catastrophic earthquake in Russia. Whether myth or truth, the sea seemed far less empty than it once did. Another unsettling clip has emerged, this time from Key Largo, Florida. Filmed at night, it showed a lone figure perched on a rock near the shore, waves breaking around it. The footage was grainy, but the shape was unmistakable to some, a humanoid form, with what seemed like a tail trailing into the water. Skeptics dismissed it as a trick of light or a stray animal, but for believers, it was confirmation. Mermaids were real, and they were surfacing. The ocean, it seemed, was finally revealing what it had hidden for centuries.
What is that?
Sandy imprint.
Did I just find a mermaid imprint? I had to have, right? Tell me there wasn't a mermaid right here.
A woman had been spending a quiet morning at Freeport Beach when she spotted something unusual in the sand. The distinct outline of a massive tail fin. Judging by the imprint, whatever made it had been heavy. Up close, the texture looked strange. Nothing like a fish or dolphin. She became convinced a mermaid had been resting there moments before.
Like, do you see this? Mermaid. You cannot tell me I'm wrong.
The area was isolated, with no resorts or houses nearby, making human-made explanations unlikely. Locals who saw the photos agreed the shape was odd and unlike anything they'd encountered. Many wondered if this was yet another rare case of a mermaid surfacing.
See, I'm thinking, so something was laying here.
Siren encounter. A fisherman working off the coast of New Bedford, Massachusetts, was live streaming one night when something strange happened. He was chatting with his audience when a faint, siren-like sound drifted from the ocean. Soft, almost impossible to pinpoint.
I hear him. Where's she at?
As he kept recording, the sound grew louder, more like a sharp, haunting whistle. Then, his camera caught something else, a faint glow shimmering in the dark water. Many people believed he had encountered sirens trying to communicate. Others insisted it was just an odd mix of wind and waves. But the sound and that glow still leave plenty to wonder about.
What is that noise?
Beached mystery. Bizarre footage surfaced online claiming a mermaid had washed ashore on a beach in Vietnam. The clip showed a human-sized figure with a tail fin, its upper body wrapped tightly in cloth, making it impossible to confirm what it truly was. Locals claimed the creature had been found lifeless, and covering it was meant to prevent panic. No further details accompanied the video, leaving people with only the brief, mysterious clip to analyze. Some swore it was proof of a real mermaid. Others argued it was nothing more than a prop or hoax. For now, the strange scene remains unexplained. Surface secret. This eerie clip has only fueled the growing fire that mermaids might be more than just myths. 2025 turned out to be a strange year. The footage shows a humanoid figure beneath the water, close enough to see a pale, feminine face staring upward. Its skin was ghostly white, almost glowing. The uploader claimed it was a mermaid, but before anyone could get a closer look, it slipped away the moment it noticed the camera. Whether it was a real sighting or a clever trick, one thing's certain: the ocean still keeps secrets we're not ready to face. Silent waters.
What in the world is going on?
Disturbing reports are emerging from Lake Washington in Mississippi, a well-known fishing spot. One fisherman's clip shows the lake's surface clogged with lifeless fish, as if every creature had risen at once. The chilling sight has sparked speculation, with some claiming it's a warning of famine or even the end times. Officials report no chemical spills or violent storms, adding to the mystery. Experts suggest an earthly cause. Extreme heat can strip oxygen from lake water, suffocating fish in hours. Still, the timing feels unsettling. In a year already packed with disasters, this scene feels less like coincidence and more like a message.
This is crazy. Look at this.
Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.